One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
When you heard that news, what were your initial thoughts?
I didn't really have too many thoughts, to be honest. It's something I can't really comment on. I don't know anything about it, and it's something that Manchester City have to deal with. We just focus on ourselves.
Do you think, though, hearing the breaches and the severity of it will act as a reminder for clubs in the Premier League to ensure they're careful with how they do their business moving forward?
Well, as I understand it, they're just charges, as I understand it, and the world we're in, I think, certainly in this country, you're innocent until you're proven guilty. So it's not for me to comment on.
Is it a good thing, though, that the Premier League may be clamping down on it to ensure that the league is treated in a fair and proper way?
Well, I think that in any competition, if you come out of this specific case in any competition, you need to make sure everybody's abiding by the rules, of course.
Right, moving on, Marc Cucurella, a few weeks ago you said that he was coping with something in his private life. He's been under quite a bit of scrutiny from Chelsea fans of late. How's he coping at the moment, and is it something he's still dealing with off the field?
Well, they're human beings and they've got private lives and they have things going on, and Mark's not the only one. And at the same time, you understand supporters, they pay the money. The most important thing is what's happening on that pitch in the 90 minutes. But nevertheless, you have to deal with stuff in your private life. But no, he's fine. He's going about his work. He knows he's probably not in the best moment of form he's ever been in, but he won't be the only player that has to go through those moments. He's a player that the club invested money in the summer, and it's our job to try and help him and support him and bring him to the place where he's showing everybody his qualities.
I did notice yesterday that there was a tweet liked by Todd Bowley that stated it was an article written by Football London that said that Marc Cucurella is not good enough to play for the club. Now, I saw that was liked on social media by Todd Bowley. I know you're not necessarily on social media yourself, but for a player to potentially see something like that, that must be quite disheartening.
I don't know. I can't comment. It's nothing that I would say is a reflection of Todd in any way. But I don't know how social media works. Like I said, everybody here is really supportive of Marc, and we're trying to help him get back to a level that he can get to and enjoy his football, because if a player's enjoying his football, the chances are they're going to play well.
Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, future, has been reported that he might be off on loan this week. Is there any truth in that?
No, nothing to report. He's been training with us this week, training really well, so conducting himself well, really good professional, supporting his teammates, and as I said, while he's here, he's doing exactly what I expect him to do, which is to train well and act well.
And finally, team news ahead of the game. Obviously, you welcome back Joao Felix as well, which must be a welcome sight for you. And any players come back from injury at all?
No, but they're all getting closer and closer. So Wesley has been training with the team. Dennis Zacharias has been training with the team. We had a little setback with Raheem. He had a kick in training, so we're assessing him. He's probably doubtful for tomorrow, I'd say.
Is that a new injury?
Yeah, just got a kick and in training on the side of his knee. And apart from that, you know, Matteo's training with the team, but it'll be too soon for him. So it's good news. We've got some options.
Cheers, Graham.
Thank you.
Alex Albrad.
Hi Graham. How
Hi.
are you?
Good, thank you.
Just how much of a boost is it to have Joao Felix back? How much has he impressed you in training?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I think we all saw his impact that he had in his 60 minutes before the red card. You can see his quality, see it every day. He's a player, I think, that can make a difference for us. But at the same time, it's about helping him, you know, get into the team, get integrated into the team, and for the teammates around him, and for him to understand what we're trying to do. But the signs are really positive.
How are you going to manage the Benoit Badio Shields situation? Do you feel like you need to test your Champions League defence ahead of Wednesday?
No, the most important thing is we focus on West Ham. That's the best way to prepare for any future game. The most important game is West Ham, so we're really happy with Benoit, and you know, he's available and he's in the thoughts for West Ham, and then we have to make another decision on Wednesday, but we worry about that after West Ham.
Chelsea haven't won away from home since October. How concerning is that statistic, and what would you put the run down to?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a statistic that we like, that's for sure. And for different reasons. I mean, going away from home in the Premier League is not straightforward, everybody knows that. And the problems that we've been having in terms of injuries, etc. But yeah, it's something that we're trying to address. We have to start against West Ham, of course. I've been there with Brighton and had a decent record there, but it's a totally different context, different situation. We need to London derby. No love lost, I don't think, between the two teams in terms of how the atmosphere will be, which is great. It's a good atmosphere for us to test ourselves in, and then try to get the 3 points.
Thank you, good luck.
Thank you.
Moose, Talk Sport.
Hi Graham.
Hello.
The away form hasn't been great, but you have won at West Ham this year, you personally. When you went there with Brighton, you won 2-0 earlier in the season. Does that give you a lot of heart?
Well, as I said previously, it's a totally different context, totally different occasion. I think West Ham Chelsea brings a different edge to it. Being a London derby with a relationship between the two clubs, fans, etc., etc. It's just a totally different situation. But it was nice to win there, and hopefully we can do it again.
You mentioned about Joao Felix integrating into the squad. How much do you need your squad to bed in quickly? I mean, much was made last week. You even joked about it, how many new players you've got. You need them to hit the ground running fairly quickly and integrate fairly quickly, don't you?
Well, if you listen to you guys, yes. And obviously, optimally, I'm going to say yes. Of course. I'm not going to say no, I need them to integrate slowly. So
what I mean is, how much patience are you able to give them?
How much patience am I able to give them? Well, it's my job. I mean, it's when you're coaching players and human beings, there's a process that you go through, and you have to work with that. You have to be patient. You have to understand the context, understand the situation. There'll be lots of talk, like I said, after the game, lots of talk around pressure and time. And if I'd have had a month of time for every time I've been asked that question, I'd be here for about 10 years. So that's just the nature of it. That's just how it is.
But the perception of being a Chelsea manager is that you're going to be successful, win trophies, or get into European competition. So, in a sense, there is a bit of a finite amount of time, isn't it?
Of course, yeah. And I'm not stupid, you know. At the end of the day, if the results aren't what this club should get, then I understand. And if I'm the reason for it, then that's the job. In the meantime, I sort of again go through the process of working with the players, helping them improve, helping them come together. It's a complicated situation at the moment, but really excited for it. I've got to be honest. Really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to the challenge that awaits us. But again, I don't worry too much about the absolute timescale of it all.
Finally, the Super League. This week we're all talking about possible new plans for the Super League. You described the initial plans as sad, disturbing and frustrating. What do you think of the new plans where there'll be more teams, more promotion and relegation, not just a certain amount of teams that are going to be in it?
Well, my position hasn't changed in terms of. I think it's the Premier League, it's the Champions League, it's wherever you are, you should get there on sporting merit, and that's my position still.
Nick Godwin, BBC 5 Live.
Does your position have to change if you're a manager of a club that could be involved in something like that, though?
It's hard to answer a hypothetical question, but no, I don't think so. I think my position is my position, and that's it.
You mentioned London derbies are quite unpredictable. Is that useful for you this weekend, do you think? A little bit of chaos may play to your advantage against West Ham?
I'm not sure. I think whenever I watch West Ham, and certainly I think historically, they're always tough games. David Moyes' sides are really competitive and organised. Everybody knows what they're doing. They've got some really, really good players. Attack big spaces well, defend in numbers and defend well. Set pieces strong. So for us it's about understanding the environment, understanding the fact that it is a London derby, understanding that we have to match whatever intensity is coming at us with our own, and start the game well and try to take the 3 points.
West Ham have had quite a lot of investment over the last few months and have perhaps struggled to integrate players and play as a whole. Do you recognise the difficulties that David Moyes has had in that regard?
I have no sympathy for him, no whatsoever.
Adam
It's a joke, sorry.
Too late. You were pictured this week having lunch with the owners and Emma Hayes. I'm not expecting you to divulge the details of the conversation, but have expectations changed since the January window, and how is your relationship with the ownership changing as the club invests and progress?
I think the expectations have always been the same, which is we want to develop a team that ultimately wins, and we know that there's opportunities to make changes to the team in windows when they're open. So that hasn't changed, and my relationship has been consistent with them in terms of there's been regular dialogue and regular conversation, and we understand where we both are in terms of where we see the picture, where we see the team, and we're working together really well, I think, to try to keep improving.
Okay, that's the end.
When you heard that news, what were your initial thoughts?
I didn't really have too many thoughts, to be honest. It's something I can't really comment on. I don't know anything about it.
Okay. Hello. Anybody home? All right, people. Show some support, like, subscribe, share, all the good stuff. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good whatever time it is in your location, my friend. Thank you for stopping by. If you are in the building, let us know. Let us know so we can acknowledge you. Acknowledge your presence. So as you all know, I am here for the people. So the more people ask questions, the more people call, the more energy I got, and the longer the show is gonna be. If it's not, and then it's gonna be a very, very quick stream, and then I will be leaving. So this is the link. If you click on that link, you can join us now. Okay? You can join us right now. And don't forget that we are tomorrow here for the Chelsea game. Very, very early in the morning. So be there. Be there tomorrow, and we're gonna have the pre-game show and probably watch along, because Chelsea are playing tomorrow. West Ham United against Chelsea. very, very early in the morning. So, all right. Mm-mm-mm. So, if you don't mind joining us tomorrow, we will much appreciate it. Okay, hopefully you can see me and you can hear me. That's the most important. So I don't have to talk to myself. So if you can hear and you can see, you tell me. You let us know first. Okay, only one person say hi. No many people. That's what I meant. Hello, Mr. Chidi or Chidi, depending on how you pronounce your I or your E, depending on your language. So how everybody is feeling today? 20 plus people already watching. If you can click the like button. It's gonna help us get more people. I don't know what yes means really. Can you explain what yes means? What yes means? Yes what? Are you getting my... Probably you are delayed because of your location or your connection. Hello, Mr. AC.
Hi, Blo.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Yeah, better.
What is the topic for Chelsea?
I don't know. There are so many stuff to talk about. We don't have any topic in this channel. People bring their topics. We don't have a specific topic for this one. There are so many stuff to discuss. You want to discuss about the Premier League? Go. You want to go about the Champions League? Go. You want to go about transfer news? Go. You want to bring your agenda, Mount out, or whatever, Porter out? Just go. So.
No, for me, man. For me, Diego Silva new contract is welcome. It's a good welcome idea. I love it. I'm very happy for that. Diego Silva is a very wonderful defender. For me, I think we need him. Then in terms of our coaching, I do believe that we need a better coach than Potter. Then based on my English player, the English player Mount. I'm quite in a difficult position. For me, I don't think the way the media promoting him, I don't think his standard is up to that level. So for me, I don't think that it's better he go. For me, it's better he go. That's it. It's not a great player like my Frank Lampard. No. It's better he find his way out. So you can go and get young better players over there. So it's too over promoted.
How do you know that all those perfect players that you promote, how do you know that they're gonna do good at Chelsea Football Club? Because we've been seeing okay, go spend 100 million and then bring, and we got over, we got carried away. We celebrate and then tomorrow go get somebody else. How sure are you that the people that you are saying are gonna come at Chelsea and perform good?
Actually, we have already spent a lot in that front line.
Spending
But
doesn't mean that you're gonna have a good player, though. You can spend 100 million or 200 million on a player, and then he come to Chelsea and flop. How many of them? When was the last time we buy an expensive player at Chelsea and be successful? Tell me. I don't even remember one. But you keep on pushing on those English players because of media, but they are free. They have been there since kid. They are free. At least they love the club. But go and spend 100 million and bring a bunch of flops. Is that helping anybody? Tell me. How do you know that? How are you certain that the guy that you're gonna buy is coming to perform at Chelsea?
If I remember many years ago, I have a history of bringing more expensive players. Then by the end of the day, then do nothing for Chelsea.
Right, you just said here at your beginning. You say, "Oh, go get somebody." Who that somebody is coming to Chelsea? And tell me one player in the last 10 years, you are wow. What a player we just got. Just give me one there and how much he cost and how do you know that the guy is coming to kill it and he's better than what we got?
Yeah, at some point we make the board will make a lot
the
of
points you are making are mostly narrative.
AJ Luben sold out just like that. They didn't give him chance. He was just boom like that. Then they didn't give him chance. He got to Bayern Munich and play his best football. But for me, for Mount to be requesting such amount of money, and for me, it's overlooked by media. I don't see anything special he can bring on the table. That is it. It's not. I don't see nothing. Not even another 5 years to come. He can be more than there.
So you're pretending to be you are God right now. You say in the next coming 5 years. How do you know that? I remember in 2000.
I remember in 2006 when we played against Champions League against Barcelona. I see what Messi did. How old Messi was then. I see what he did in that game.
You're just giving one example of a successful story. But we're not talking about Messi and Barcelona. We're talking about Chelsea here. Chelsea Football Club. Give me an example of who did you say before, oh, this guy is going to be good, and you bought him and he did good at Chelsea Football Club. Give us one example.
Drogba did good.
Well, but when Drogba came to Chelsea, it took him at least 3 years even to score 10 goals. Everybody wanted him out. He was going to... Just because social media wasn't the way it is today, toxic and evil, and imagine just Didier Drogba in the social media era, but you guys were going to you God over there online, we're going to say, oh, he's a flop, send him back home, he's not good enough, he's not Chelsea quality, and beside the narrative, really, I don't see anything because nobody is God at the end of the day.
Demiandorf did well, even Andrea Mutu. Those guys did well then, back in the days. That's why those guys did.
But how do you know? Because you're saying in the next 5 years, I don't see anything coming. How do you know? You're not God. You're not training. You're not at Cobham Training Center. And
how many seasons have he spent in Chelsea now?
Yeah, context. How many years? How many positions? How many managers?
How does he prove in football? How many seasons?
How can somebody win back to back player of the season, player of the season, player of the season? But you're talking about you are acting like all the seasons been just poor because of what the result was. Where is context here? Where is your context here?
I don't see any. I don't see
that is just copy, my brother. That is just copy paste narrative. Because when he scores, we're just waiting for him to fail. Okay, we're waiting for him to miss a chance. Oh, this is what I'm talking about. But people like Timo Werner getting more credit than Mount just because he ran supposedly he took a defender away. You know, he played a decoy.
Team of Honor. I myself personally celebrate Team of Honor out of Chelsea. I celebrate it because it's total disaster for Chelsea.
But listen, be honest with yourself, right? Okay, with your guard. When we signed Timo Werner, were you happy or did you predict? Did you miss the guard? Today you are acting right like God. Did you know that Timo Werner was going to be a disaster at Chelsea Football Club, or did you celebrate and feel good about it? Tell us.
The first season I know that it's going to be disaster.
You knew it.
The first season. Just the first season.
The first season, but before when we were linked and we beat.
I was so happy that he will do.
Okay.
He will help us.
So can you now tell people the truth that you can also be wrong? Tell the truth.
I can also be.
You can also be wrong.
But 2 to 3 seasons now.
If you knew it, you were going to call him out before even he joined Chelsea. You were going to say, get him out, don't sign him because he's a flop. But you celebrate, you said he's the missing piece, he's better than Tammy Abraham, blah, 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 blah. And then Tammy beat him both seasons. Tammy Abraham has scored all of them, including the people that you guys were pushing. But after the fact, listen, let me finish. You wanna jump because you don't want me to nail you in the head, brother. I got you today, bro. Tammy Abraham back in the day, you people wanted him dead, gone, because we have a Timo Werner, and then we have Kai Havertz, the missing piece, blah, 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 blah. And all of a sudden, you pretend as if you never supported him, you never wanted him, but after the fact. Okay, let me just say hi to another brother, Eli.
Yeah.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
All right, yes, we can hear you. Go on, bro.
Yeah, actually, this narrative has been too much, and I love the way you take it on. You see, 2 seasons ago, this Benson Mount has been he won the best player. He won the best player. So all of a sudden, yes, we know that he has not been performing well. Currently, he has not been performing well. But selling him, people talking about selling him, let him go, I'm not part of that, and I will not be part of that. Benson Man is a good player. And I believe
he's been poor. He's been poor just like anybody else in the team. And there is a context. Yes. There is a context behind everything, but people online don't use context. Listen, the guy been played 3 years in the wrong position. He's shipped everywhere.
Exactly.
Bad system, bad coaching, bad management. He's been victim of his own versatility. This season, he's just tired. You can tell that the guy don't want to play there anymore. Now the narrative is gonna change. You got Fernandez in the midfield, okay? Enzo is in the midfield, and if you bring somebody like Caicedo or even Andrew Santos, or you fix that midfield where everybody got energy, everybody got power, everybody working for each other. You will see that all the narrative about Mason Mount or players from our attack is going to change. Because they are not bad players. It's been a combination of so many factors to make people average. I tell you, a manager, a system, something or a position can make you world class or make you average player. Tony Rudiger, under whatever, Mauricio Sarri, whatever, 4 at the back, awful. Thomas Tuchel came over, changed the system, our defense solid, everybody in the defense enjoying, and you saw how Rudiger became world class. So people don't use context. It's just black or white. Get him out, let's spend 100 more million and buy somebody. How do you know? How much money are we going to continue to spend on average players? Raheem Sterling, last summer, when I was in the same channel telling you that this brother is going to struggle because we don't create enough. The midfield doesn't work enough. They don't create. They don't do anything. Sterling misses more chances than what he scores. Everybody, oh no, this is the missing piece. Wow. Today, how many goals? How many good games you can say Raheem Sterling had before the injury? So people need to use common sense and just stop copy-paste narrative about players. Use context.
Actually, for me, I think Benson Mount need a rest. He need a break. Just like you said in one of your stream that if Boli can send him to Bahamas, let him go and have some rest. He will come back and he will do better. He will do better. You know, one thing with a lot of people is that they forgot how the person started and what the person has done in the past. Yes, they are all human beings. These players, they are all human beings. Sometimes things can be good, sometimes things can be up and they can be down. All of them, they have not been very good. But you know, picking up Benson Mount is something that I really pity for the guy. We all know that he has been poor. Currently, he is very poor. Let's just give him some time. Let him take a break, and then he will come back. It will be good.
Yeah,
if you're talking about spending more money and bringing more players, how do we know that the person that we are going to buy again, that they're going to be good?
That's the
how
problem.
How do we know? Yeah,
that's the problem. They prefer to throw away a free stuff and then go get something that you're gonna struggle to sell. Look at Lukaku now. I mean, Lukaku. Are you gonna tell me that he's better than Tammy Abraham? Well, they are completely different kind of players. But when I was in the same channel promoting Tammy Abraham 24/7, give Tammy Abraham a chance, at least one more season, and keep looking on the number 9 that will adapt to our way of play at Chelsea Football Club, right? I promoted Tammy here. Oh no, you with your academy, oh English. Tammy out, is it Tammy? It looks like Tammy Abraham goal doesn't count. Okay, that goal, even if he scored hat trick, oh no, it was too easy. He's not good enough. English player are overrated. Get rid of him. Oh, Lukaku, missing piece. Yes, the next Drogba. We have Drogba back. Yo! People called me names here in the same channel. It's on the record. And few months later, everybody, oh, no, I didn't want Lukaku. I'm like, brother, I remember you. I have you on the record. You wanted Lukaku. Go, spend 100 million on transfer fee, 350K plus bonuses every single week. But now, if you tell people, pay, Mason Mount is like on 65K a week. If you tell people he deserves at least 100K a week, no. It's too much for him. But the same people are ready to pay Lukaku 350K a week. Raheem Sterling, 350 freaking K a week. What they does? What's the difference between them and those kids who grew from the academy, who struggle with the team in bad and good time? You say you tell people Mason Mount is on a minimum wage compared to the to the salary we pay at Chelsea. You tell them, okay, he deserves such money. No, not good enough. English, media. I'm like, okay.
How much does he get? How much is it?
65K a week. 65K a week. Koulibaly is almost in 300K a week. N'Golo Kante is on 290K a week. Raheem Sterling on 350. Kai Havertz almost 300K a week. And Mason Mount is on minimum wage compared to the money that you are giving to people.
65
Yeah, what you say?
65K a week in a month.
Yeah, 65K a week. The first contract he signed under Frank Lampard.
Then at this point, let me repeat my.
What?
At this point, let me repeat my step. I apologize for the.
No, you don't have to apologize. I'm sorry.
I will not play.
You don't apologize to anybody, brother. We're having a discussion here. We're having a discussion here.
Position.
Yeah.
If I'm in his position, I will not play anything.
Exactly.
If I'm in his position,
you see,
do
this is how I see that you are a humble man. You are a humble man. You know why? Because people online are so ego. Like, imagine, my brother, we are working in the same company. I'm doing the same job as you. Okay, we won the Champions League together, right? And you see another guy out of the blue, boom, get promotion. He's your manager. And he got three times the money that you are on. Even those people online, those perfect people online who pretend, oh, it's too much money, don't pay. My brother, you are in the same position. You're going to knock your boss's door. You're like, hey, we have to talk. Even if we have to go at the back of the gym and talk like men, fist, let's go. You know, man, we are human beings. Stop pretending to be perfect online. Mason Mount has the right to ask what he wants and negotiate his own price. That's the problem. And Mason Mount is not that bad. Yeah.
Now I know where the problem comes from, because his agility and the Molano. 100%, it cannot be 100%.
Yes, I think
his agility and his Molano getting such a low amount of money. They must treat everybody. He deserves more than that. Far more than that. He deserves more than that.
I think
more than that. Even I work at company.
You have some microphone issue, my brother.
Yeah. I think Chelsea fans, they expected much from Mason Mount. You know, they expected much, and I believe with time, Mason Mount will come back to
yeah. You don't become a bad player just out of the blue.
Nothing.
You know,
yes.
The guy was good. The first season he was good. He's the reason why we even qualify for the Champions League next season. You forget that they qualified us for the for the top four. They fought with the OU Tammy Abraham 16 goals. Mason Mount had like 10 goals here and there. Those kids are they are the reason why we even have the Champions League today. Even though people don't give them credit, because to go to the Champions League, you need to qualify first in the Premier League top four, and then they went to group stages without losing any game. We beat everybody. Remember how many goals Mason Mount scored? Tammy Abraham scoring, Olivier Giroud scoring hat-trick for fun. And then we sacked the manager. We brought somebody who is a winner. We went to win. But the process of getting there, everybody want to forget about it. Everybody want perfect players. And in the Chelsea community, we think if somebody is expensive, that means you are a good player. Being expensive doesn't make you a good player, my friend. All right? Like, a good you can get a player from whatever, from the second division or whatever, somewhere, and he can do the job better than somebody who cost 120 million. So people need to take out of their mind that every solution need to be money, sucking people, and getting new people. That is not the solution. We all have problems. You can have a bad day in the office, bad week in the office, bad month, or even a bad year. You like, man, this year nothing is working for me. That is normal. That is human being, my friend. Okay, Messi went to PSG the first season. He scored like 3 goals in the league. he was miserable because he was missing Barcelona. Is a new environment. It didn't make him a bad player. He's still the GOAT. The second season now, you can see the real Messi at PSG. So people need to apply context in life. Nothing is black or white. Okay, let me read some comments. We forget very, very quickly how we I don't know. How on earth Koulibaly, somebody said, how on earth Koulibaly is getting 300k sitting on the bench. Wesley Fofana is another guy. Yeah, Wesley Fofana is almost on 250k a week. Wesley Fofana, 21 years old, that we bought last summer. But people complaining about Mason Mount. They said he doesn't even deserve 100k a week. Be a human being. The end of the day. Be a human being.
He deserves up to 300.
Wesley Fofana came with a bad injury, broken legs. He played only few games so far, and every single week that brother is getting his money. But when it comes to a Chelsea Academy kid, we try to complain about money. That tells you that it has nothing to do with football. This is something else. Okay? This is something else. This is not football anymore. We don't complain about Werner 300k a week. Lukaku 350. No, pay the money. It's not my money. It's not my money. But when it comes to the academy or English players, money become our money. We have to save money. Don't give that money. Why is that? Jealousy, hypocrisy, double standard? Something is happening that has nothing to do with football anymore. Eli, go, man.
Can I say something before I leave?
Oh, you want to leave? Yeah, go, say it. Yeah, say.
To be honest, Mason Mount deserves up to 300k a week. That's where his performance.
For me, it's too much, bro. It's too much, but somewhere, give him something to make him happy. I don't think he deserves that money. Happy. Just like Koulibaly don't deserve 300k a week. Just like all the big Sterling doesn't deserve 350. We are giving people too much money in general, and I'm not gonna pay Mason Mount that kind of money. But we have to find something in the middle to just understand the boy that's been there since the age of 7. And who won us trophies?
It's not for the guy. No, 65. No.
Yeah, that's the way it is. All right, my brother. Thank you so much for your contribution, and I like your attitude because you are humble. If it was somebody else, he was going to be he was going to throw the kitchen. He was going to throw me punches. He was going to call Muhammad Ali. He was going just to try to win. Oh my. Okay.
All right, I think I'm gonna take a break now because it's too early here. This is 20 minutes after 3.
Okay.
From Malaysia.
Oh, Malaysia. Oh, my brother.
Yeah.
So you are on your break? You taking a
break?
No,
this is midnight.
Oh, sorry, man. So you already Saturday.
Yes, you already Saturday.
Oh my goodness me! I am deluded here.
But I always like to listen to your stream before I finish my day and then go.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, my brother.
So keep it up. I always check on your clips. So keep it up.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, my friends. Come back tomorrow after the game when we beat West Ham 5-0. You come here.
I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here. Hopefully we get 3 points. I'm not talking about 5-0, but hopefully
3 points is the most important. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much, Mr. Eli.
Right.
Oh wow, long way from Malaysia, man. Midnight, go back to sleep because I don't want to get in trouble with your wife. Midnight. Oh my goodness me. That is really, really late. Catch some sleep. We have a game in the morning. Chelsea are beating West Ham United people. We are destroying them. We are destroying them tomorrow because can you imagine? We have Modric, we have Felix, okay? And then you still have Madueke. Enzo Fernandez. It's going to be something tomorrow. Tomorrow, if we don't win that game convincingly, there is a problem. There is a serious problem. A serious problem. Let's go here. That price, this manager is crap. He ain't developing players. How long it takes to develop a player, though? It takes time to develop players. It doesn't happen just because you took over from somebody and all of a sudden you develop them, they become world class. It's a process. So he hasn't even been there for 6 months and you call him crap and he can't develop any player. How can he develop players when they are all injured? He's just surviving. 11 players injured. I think every manager is going to struggle. I reckon. Thank you so much, Mr. Eli. From Malaysia, man. Malaysia, what a country. You all tomorrow. See you all tomorrow. Yes, come back here, celebrate with us because we're gonna destroy West Ham United. Right? Guys, we have good players, but our manager is dead. He's mid-table club level. That is your opinion, though. But if you are using context about Mason Mount, you should also use context about other players and other managers. Just because you spend 600 million doesn't make you a good team immediately, okay? So you have to use context here. The guy came out of KU. Even under Thomas Tuchel, we were losing games pretty much every single game. You know? And he came out of the KU like that, work with the players that somebody just bought. You know? Are you going to blame Kalidou Koulibaly or Raheem Sterling poor form to the manager? Tell me. And how about injuries? Are you telling me that the manager is causing injuries? I don't know. I use common sense, bro. Like, I'm not a big fan of the manager, to be honest, because of his decision making so far. I'm not convinced yet with that guy, but I'm not going to jump and predict the future and say he's not going to be good. You need to get rid of. No, I will give him at least pre-season. I'm going to give him the rest of the season and then pre-season. And then this year, about December, okay, when we start a new season, new players, you're going to have Christopher Nkunku in the team, Modric, probably Osimhen, okay? You have quality everywhere. No more excuses, but this time around, I am going to give him the benefit of the doubt. The guy, the poor guy, is struggling with the worst injuries ever in the history of football. I've never seen so many injuries in one team the way Graham Potter is struggling with Chelsea at the moment. So, and also poor players. He didn't buy Koulibaly. He didn't buy Aubameyang. He didn't buy Sterling. So if you think that you can just bring a manager out of the blue and start winning everything now, it doesn't happen often. It's happened when somebody built a team until January, and February you sack a manager, you bring somebody for 3-4 months to win something, but the team is already built. Chelsea didn't build anything. Look at Ten Hag. Look at Ten Hag. Look at Ten Hag. Ten Hag had a pre-season. Ten Hag bought his own players that he brought from Ajax. He had all the time in the world to prepare for this season. And you can't compare two things. And somebody who took over out of the blue, you can't compare them. And Ten Hag don't have 11 players injured. I'm with you regarding Pora. Pora out of his death. Well, that is your own opinion. And like I said, just like about Mason Mount and about Kai Havertz and Tammy Abraham, people copy paste narrative. They don't use context and they don't use common sense. Out of depth. What do you mean? What that means? What do you mean by that? Yes, we didn't have a squad good enough to beat them. That is true, and it's not. We created chances that we didn't take. It's not him to get on the pitch and told Datro Fofana to miss that chance the last minute on don't pass the ball to Kai Havertz, you know. And the few chances that we created, clear chances, we didn't take them. When we create chances, we play good, beautiful football and we don't score. I don't blame the manager. And I told you, I'm not a fan of his. I didn't know him before he joined Chelsea. I was just hearing, he's a good manager. I never really paid attention to him. I never imagined in a million years that we were going to sign him. But he has the benefit of the doubt given also his past. Okay, his past at Norway when he took a team from the second division and went all the way to Europa League, beating Galatasaray in the Europa League in Turkey, and came to Swansea. Wonderful job, only one kick away from getting them promoted to the Premier League. He went to Brighton, and Brighton did a great job there. He left them in the 4th position. He built a team that nobody want to play against, a team that destroyed Chelsea, destroyed Manchester United, destroyed everybody, Liverpool. So when I see his story, I'm kind of, okay, let's see what he can do. But saying that, so we are telling me, so you talking here, listen, you only use context with people just to back your own narrative, right? Like if you want to back Mason Mount, you're going to use context about the position, about the coaching, about the system we are playing, or about the players that he's playing with. But when it comes to people that you don't like, you are the same. You copy paste narrative. You're supposed to use the same logic toward other people. And when you say, are you telling me that Fulham are not mugs? They are in the Premier League. That's why the Premier League is the best league in the world, because anybody can beat anybody. Fulham been together like for 3 years. And you're talking about Willian. Willian is a top class, world class player. What are you talking about? Like, it looks like we played a team from, I don't know, no league or something. So just the name doesn't mean that you are good or you are bad. James said that maybe people should learn at least with Mikel Arteta and Erik ten Hag. Yeah, people should learn in terms of you have to give them time. Erik ten Hag, first season, but he bought his own players and he went on pre-season with them. So that is a completely different story. Arteta, I can understand because he been there for 3.5 years and nobody wanted him. Everybody wanted him out for a couple of seasons. Now it's clicking. People are comparing him with other managers, but they forgot about the process. It took him time to build a team. Took him time to get rid of Ozil, Aubameyang, Guendouzi, and many players that he didn't like, that were not part of his future. And then he bought his own players plus the academy kid, and he's making a very good team. That is a very, very good point. Very, very good point. Even every team is different, but if Mount has better manager, he would have cooked now. Well, he didn't cook under Thomas Tuchel. He didn't cook under Frank Lampard. He was playing as a winger. So you use just context to make your point. And I was thinking that you are open-minded kind of person like me, but you are just like anybody else. It's just like you're a fanboy of certain people, and the rest you don't care. Like we supposed like to be fans of Chelsea, Chelsea first, because everybody will go. Mount is gonna leave this club, and you and me will stay here. Porra is gonna leave the club. We're gonna stay here forever. So I think we should just be supporting the team in general, supporting every players or every manager, and tell the truth. But the copy-paste narrative now is just out of control now. The same thing you are doing to the manager and the other players are the same thing that the other people are doing to Mount. So can you see that? It shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be, I'm a Chelsea fans. That's it. The club first, for the good of the club. That's it. Let's go. Good afternoon, Mr. Jilan. And we have Tom. Hey, brother Tom.
Evening, how are we doing?
You are in the building, brother.
Yeah, how's it going? How are we all doing?
Yeah, we are here and thinking about how we can, we're gonna destroy West Ham tomorrow, or we're gonna get destroyed. So, yeah, I don't know, mixed emotions, really. Mixed emotions. How about yourself?
On the Chelsea West Ham game?
No, I mean anything that you want to bring on the table, bro. You know how the show is, right? You bring your own topic and we talk about it.
Well, I mean, I guess the big sort of sticking point at the moment for my club anyway is whether there's going to be an ownership change or not. Because we've obviously had links with Sir Jim Ratcliffe, the British billionaire. I know you guys had someone who did the similar thing. Was it Sir Martin Broughton or something, who was a British billionaire who led a consortium with a bunch of banks, but he didn't get... I think he made the final four, didn't he? For the shortlist, because there was... Todd Bowley, there was Sir Martin
Todd Bowley
Broughton,
won at the end, but I know what you mean. Yeah.
The Ricketts family, and there was one more. Stephen Pagaluka, wasn't it? I think, anyway, there was 3 Americans and there was 1 British consortium that got to the final four. But the way that we're looking at it anyway is it's all like the PR and everything like that I'm just getting a bit fed up with, if I'm being honest, because one minute they're selling the full thing, then it's minority investment sales and this and the other. And I just look at it and think, they wouldn't have hired the Rain Group if they didn't want a full sale, because the Rain Group, all they conduct is full sale of a football club or a business. Like, the WWE, for example, is being handled by the Rain Group for a full sale. So if a company like the WWE, which is a well-known organisation, listen, you don't have to watch wrestling or be involved in that kind of thing. You'll know what it is just by the name of it.
Yep.
If a company like that is going to be up for a full sale, and these people have been put in charge of that, or they were put in charge of you guys, the British government, which is a big organisation and government, chose the Rain Group to actually conduct the marketing and the sale for it, for your football club anyway. And I know with your club, it's been more based around, it was more America that was interested in buying Chelsea. And I think the reasoning behind that was because of the price you went for. I think, did you go for like 2.5 billion in the end, and then it added up to like nearly £4 billion, but obviously with like pledged investments and things like that. But I always try and educate people the best I can in the fact of that Todd Bowley does not own Chelsea Football Club. He's the leader of Chelsea Football Club.
Yeah.
Clear Lake Capital, which is the American investment bank, legally own Chelsea Football Club. But he's just basically like the spokesperson or the main leader who led the consortium, which obviously bought it in the end.
Yeah.
But like, there's all these different, parties who are popping in and things like that. We've got Sir Jim, who's at the table. Stephen Pagaluka, who made your final four-man shortlist. The Boston Celtics owner of the NBA team, he's apparently on the shortlist to buy Man United. There's obviously, I've just said Qatar as well, Sir Jim. So there's 3 already that are like, if you like, serious.
So who is your choice? Like, because before this, when Chelsea was owned by a Russian billionaire, all of you guys came here to give me hard time, how our money is oil money, blah, blah, blah. It's about money. You bought titles, blah, blah, blah. Now, if you have to choose between that so-called oil money and somebody who is going to come and make money from your club, what is going to be your choice, Mr. Tom, a Manchester United fans? Talk to us.
Yeah. Personally, for me, it's not about coming in and making money, because I would expect anybody who's going to spend £5 or £6 billion on a football club in total will want to make some sort of money out of it, or will want to use it in some way. We know with Middle East, it's all about, it's all about money there at the end of the day. And listen, the people who are trying to buy it from Qatar, they say that it's private and all this bollocks, and that it's not. Qatar,
Qatar get involved in everything.
They've got like 200,000 population. Are you telling me that there's some in that 200,000? There's people
they don't
billions?
Even have people there.
The billions run back to the royal family. Like, if it came out of Saudi Arabia, it's more interesting to believe because it's a bigger populated country where, like, I know you guys had a bid from Saudi Arabia, didn't you? I think was it a media and tech company?
Saudi media stuff.
They didn't have the funds to go straight away, so they couldn't extend their bid when the process got to the final 4, so they got kicked out at the end of the day. It happened.
Yeah.
And like I look at it with my club. Personally, for me, I just want somebody who's going to come in, and we have, as Manchester United fans, there's 3 main sort of sticking points that any owner, if you ain't going to stick to any of them, don't bother bidding, because you will already, the day that you actually buy the football club or you're sitting in the stands, the Manchester United fans will turn against you immediately. Is if you don't come in and wipe the £800 million debt that's on the football club already, so we are a debt-free football club. If you don't come in and do that, forget it. If you want to have any sort of dividends to take out of the football club or plan to do it, don't even try it within, say, like you guys with Todd Bowley, he can't do it for 10 years. So Clear Lake have invested long term because they know that in the long run they hope to make Chelsea more expensive of a football club, and they could potentially sell it on if they want to get the money back that way, or they can make it through the financials, such as, like, if you build a new stadium, you're going to have NFL contracts, things like that. That's the second sticking point for Man United fans, is we want somebody who's going to come in and either rebuild a new stadium, or we want somebody who's going to revamp Old Trafford. So keep the historical traditions and just remodernise it, make it up to date, expand the capacity up to, say, 80,000 with a project to make it bigger than, say, Wembley at 90,000 in the next 5 to 6 years. I even look at it, and the final point is, people always talk about, investment in men's teams and stuff in football. As a Manchester United fan, and same thing with you guys at Chelsea, I don't always look at it like when you support a football club, you support the whole club. You don't just support the men's team, you support your youth team, whether in the youth cups and things like that. You support your women's teams as well.
Yeah.
So investment into both our youth and women's team, which we haven't ever had under this ownership anyway, is what I would expect. I want some people who are going to come in and look at the whole football club and look at even just the city as a whole and think, what can we do here at the end of the day?
Yeah, so you don't mind about any fund right now, right? You just care about somebody who will take care of Manchester United and invest more money, because us fans, really, we don't care about the end of the day. We just care about somebody who care about our club, But yeah, let me read some news here, people. Chelsea and LAFC are still awaiting for Aubameyang decision, but this was like 12 hours ago. I think somebody, Matt Lowe or somebody said that Aubameyang don't want to go to the MLS. He's 33 years old, almost 34. He still believes that he can offer something in Europe. He would prefer to stay at Chelsea, fight for his place, than go to the MLS in Los Angeles. So Aubameyang, keep your eye open on that. It looks like he doesn't want to go. Chelsea already apparently agreed everything with LA, but LAFC. But Aubameyang don't want to go. So for me, I will give Oba a chance. I think with the players that we have up in front and that midfield who is just getting shape at the moment, I think Aubameyang can score us at least 7-8 goals this season if he is given a chance. That's what I believe. And he's not in the Champions League, which is really sad. It is what it is. Let me find Mr. Matlow here. If he said, I saw it somewhere. He put an article somewhere saying that Aubameyang is not ready. Let's read this. Yeah, this one. Here we go. So I quote, Aubameyang would rather stay at Chelsea and fight for his place for the rest of the season than move to LAFC on loan. At 33, Oba still feels he has plenty to offer a top European club. Barcelona, Atleti, and AC Milan happen to agree. I think Aubameyang should have moved probably to PSG. They need a target man. But it's too late now, so I can't even think about what could have happened and all that. So, you are back. Take your time, Tom. If you want to jump and say something, you jump. If you want to leave and, finish family stuff and come back, don't worry, man. I'm still here. Don't worry.
No, I had to go answer the door. That's why I didn't know if you'd left a question when I'd gone away.
What I was saying is like, I even forgot. I was asking you if you mind Saudi, no, let's say
Qatar.
Qatar found. If you really mind, I don't know. If it happen at the end that they win, are you gonna protest outside and say no, Qatari out?
I don't think that any Manchester United fan would, because I think the way that the club's been run with the Glazer family for 17 years, I think I think any of the options, honestly, and I said it openly, I think Stephen Pagliuca got it. I think an American investor who Stephen Pagliuca is.
Yeah, that Pagliuca guy, he owns Atalanta, right? He got a Celtic and also Atalanta FC in Italy, and also he's involved even in the one of the baseball teams here. I forgot what the name. But
what is it with the Boston Celtics?
Celtic basketball. He's also involved in also. I was watching him the other day. One of the shows here. He's involved in one of the baseball teams too. Probably a minority shareholder there, because that's what billionaires do, right? They put money everywhere and get tons of money. And then, so how that is gonna be if he buys Manchester United and Atalanta also can, they've been.
This is the thing that people have said with. This is the thing that people have said with. How would it work with Sir Jim Ratcliffe when he owns Nice as well? How would it work with, say, what you've just said with Stephen Pagliuca with Atalanta? How would it work with Qatar when they already own PSG? And all of these owners who have minority stakes or they fully own clubs, from the understanding that I have, if it was through the Qatar bid, they would try and pass it through as it is through Qatar, yes, but it is through a different organisation within Qatar. So you could have QSI, which is the Qatar Sports Investment, which owns PSG, own PSG 100%, and you could have QIA, which is linked directly to the Qatar royal family, which is Qatar Investment Authority, who basically run QSI, or they are like a sub-partner with QSI, but they're on their own and they're separate. And if they distance themselves from QSI completely, then it should be able to pass through, even if it doesn't, and there's complications. Same thing with Sir Jim. If Sir Jim wants to keep hold of Nice and Man United, and same thing with any owner, if they already own a football team and they want to buy Manchester United as well, they could go to UEFA and say, listen, we want to own 2 football teams and we'll put forward plans as to where we only have so much investment go to PSG, so much investment go to Manchester United, or we have so much money that goes to either or of the two teams, and we'll style it in the same way that Red Bull do it, where Red Bull had to go to UEFA to legalise that Red Bull Salzburg and Red Bull Leipzig could play in the same European competition, which they did do in September of 2018.
Yeah.
They played each other in the Europa League, so it can be done, where you can get UEFA to agree under the terms and conditions of, if it is within their guidelines, which if it's from two different entities and authorities, then the Qatar thing should be no problem. Same thing with Sir Jim. If he distanced it in terms of, right, instead of owning 100% of these, I will cut down my shareholding, but to say 80%.
Oh, just
but I'll
give
still
it
be
to
the
your
majority.
son. Transfer everything to
Or
your
give
son.
give it to your son, give it to your brother, give it to whoever, and then I will be the majority.
I think
holder
there
of
is
Man United.
always a way around. You know?
There is always a way. Well, look at Todd Bowler. Listen, he's absolutely thrown financial fair play into disarray, hasn't he? eight and 9 year contracts and 600 million pounds in 6 months. I think that just proves it. Point. But no, personally, I don't have any sort of preference in that regard, because I just think with any Man United fan, I don't think we'll be outside protesting against the ownership, so long as they clear the debt out, which I think it should be legalised, because no football club can be in debt under a sale. I don't think it's legal anymore. So I think they would have to clear the debt out legally anyway. So long as that they make a pledged investment in the same way Todd Bowley did with Chelsea, where he pledged to invest £2.2 billion in the football club over the next 5 to 10 years. If somebody's going to put in similar sort of figures, or maybe a bit more, given the fact of we might need a completely new stadium or a new training ground and stuff like that, which is going to cost a bit more, then you might have to put, say, 2.5 up or something like that. But when you get further on to the latter stage of it, I just think Man United fans, I just think you want somebody who's going to be openly and willingness to actually have communication with the fans and communicate the fans on what they're actually going to do. Because we've never had that with our owners. They've never communicated once to say that, right, we're going to invest in the stadium, we're going to invest in the training ground, because they've got the money to do it, but they don't want to do it. That's the thing. They are honestly, they just don't care about anything to do with football. They don't employ football people to make footballing decisions.
My brother,
simplest
listen,
pursuits.
Ronaldo came back, he went to the gym, he found the cockroaches there.
This is what I mean.
This gym been here for the last 25 years. A gym look like in the 1937 or something like that. He went to the kitchen, right?
Yeah.
He turned
it
the
was
lights.
the same chef that served him.
The chef is like 100 years old. Guy, he's like, oh, you're still alive? Yeah, I'm still here. All the forks and spoons been there for the last 50 years. Ronaldo is like, oh my goodness, what I put myself into. So you need really somebody who can sign a contract. The first thing you do, you build a new stadium here, or you improve this same stadium. Because a club like Manchester United, the biggest club in the entire world, you need a stadium that reflects you.
That's the thing.
You go there and you're like, wow, this is United.
This is the thing. And we should have the same stadium that reflects the sort of image that, say, Arsenal get with the Emirates, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we should have the stadium that Tottenham have right now, but apart from it being 60,000, it should be 90,000.
Yeah.
That's how big of a project this is, and that's why I think it's more of a likely that I think what the Rain Group would look at is what party, A, has the financials to do it, all of these projects, and B, do they have any history in doing that at all, an investment? And I think they'll look at it and think, well, Qatar built 8 new stadiums from scratch in 10 years, and they spent nearly £300 billion just to host a World Cup. Albeit it shouldn't have happened, and we know the saga and the scandal that's happened with all that and everything. But I look at that and I just think, well, they've just blown £300 billion on stadiums. They're collapsing 6 of them. and they're only keeping 2 of them as like national stadiums and things like that.
Yeah.
So I look at stuff like that and I think, well, they've got a track record of building from scratch. I'm sure Sir Jim Ratcliffe as well, when he took over Nice, would looked at it. But I look at how things have gone there and I think, like, he's not exactly invested loads into Nice. But in the same way with Sir Jim, he's going to such as Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan, which are 2 of Wall Street's biggest investment banks in the US, asking them for loans, bonds to buy Man United. And I'm thinking, but the way you've came out publicly was almost as if you've got the money to go. Like with Chelsea, when you were going to buy Chelsea for 2.5 billion, with 2.25 billion pounds pledged investment, more than Todd Bowley, you're paying Chelsea Football Club more than Todd Bowley was prepared to pay. When you went and did that, I didn't hear Goldman Sachs were involved as a bank. I didn't hear JP Morgan intact. I heard, I've got 7.25 billion. I want in. That's all I heard. I didn't hear any banks or anything wanted in on the whole saga and situation. But at the end of the day, I'll hold my hands up and say, listen, there's obviously human rights going in some countries, and same thing with billionaires and stuff. But the one thing I'll always say with people with loads of money or super wealthy people is, you don't become a billionaire with ethics and morals. You just don't. It's a fact. Because somewhere along the line, you've done something dodgy or sketchy. For example, Sir Jim Ratcliffe 10, 15 years ago, there was a scandal claim that came out when he sold petrochemicals to, I think it was a Russian businessman. And when he actually sold and brokered the deal, something happened when they actually used the petrochemicals in Russia, which led to the deaths of, I think it was like to 20 people or something like that, when they actually tested the chemicals and everything. Yeah, this is what I mean, but this is just speculation. I don't know if this is true or not. And according to form, Sir Jim Ratcliffe completely pulled out of it all and said, I didn't broker a deal with any Russian businessman. I don't know. It must have been with a different chemical firm. So you hear stuff like that and you think there isn't any person who is straight down the middle and who is not bent, but isn't like, how can I say? They're not foolproof at the end of the day. Say with Todd Bowley, for example, he's not got to where he's got to in major sports investments and stuff without doing something dodgy along the line. I think you'll understand that, Oggs, because you don't become a billionaire.
I just don't
you don't
have
become
proof.
A billionaire legally.
Yeah.
We don't have proof. This is the thing. But at the end of the day, all these sort of bidders or suitors will get found out one way or another, because people like Man United fans, because it's the biggest global club in the world, like you stated, they're in group as well. They're not mobs. They'll look at all these different. Like they had to look through 150 people who want to buy your football club. With Man United, the only thing I'm looking at and thinking with all these parties is, it only takes £1 more billion to buy Man United than it did to actually fully buy Chelsea. So I look at that and I think, right, well, if that's the case, a lot of the suitors that were involved for the Chelsea bid will look at Man United and think, well, Man United's a bigger brand, it's a bigger football club, it's a bigger stadium, it's a bigger, as the Emir of Qatar has supposedly put it towards the investors that are looking to buy Man United from Qatar. It's the crown jewels of football. That's what they label it as in the Middle East. Saudi Arabian investors, I think, will look at the same thing and think, it's not every day that a club of the size, stature and the brand of Man United becomes available. In many cases, it's once in a lifetime. And you've got to get it right in this lifetime now. Yep. Because if you don't get it right in this lifetime, whoever the club's sold to, whether it's Middle East, Jim, wherever, it will be with that owner until they die.
Yeah, you are right.
The football club.
You are right. This time around, don't get this right. Don't give the club to another, another family that potentially going to make money.
That's why I looked at it when the Ricketts family said, a spokesperson for the Ricketts family came out and said, we weren't interested in buying. I thought, oh, thank God. Because I look at how they ran the Chicago Cubs as well, the baseball team, I think it is, isn't it? Chicago.
The Ricketts?
They ran the Ricketts family. They ran it into the ground, and there was all the stuff that came out.
They want to buy United too?
Chelsea. No. They've said that they're not interested in buying, but there was linked with it. So there was linked with it. So they came out and said, we're not interested at all in buying Man United. But the thing that I looked at it with that, and then when you actually delve deeper into the Ricketts family itself, you found out things like that there were xenophobic comments, and there was
against
Islamophobic
and black
comments
people.
Islamophobic comments that were coming out from them like 10, 15 years ago. Like, you can't hide from the past at the end of the day. The
they
past
are
catches
father,
up with you at
really.
some point. And that's why I mean, with such as Sir Jim, with what I've just said, where that cover-up, that could come out in the media and it might change people's opinion of him. Same thing with Qatar. We know that the human rights record and everything like that. It's
Nobody is
shocking in the country.
perfect, my brother. Listen,
Nobody's
you're not
perfect,
you're
that's
not
the
gonna
thing.
find like 100% like money clean, everything clean. All you have to do is to get the better one, the guy that will take care of your club, and also, you know, if the guy you might be a bad guy today, but tomorrow you are completely a changed man, you know.
Yeah.
So
well, true.
Just make sure that you got the right one, otherwise it's gonna be tough.
But at the end of the day, all this boils down to is the Rain Group legally have to select somebody who is suitable and who they believe the offer and that they as a person or as an organisation will pass through the Premier League and the UEFA regulations.
I'm afraid it's gonna be an
What are you afraid of?
American winning it again because of how
I think America will win it because I just think
how
the amount
they
of
already established
interest.
you know, the Rennes Group got some businesses already with American businesses, so it's just like between friends, you know. So you need to take
like passing the toy around.
somebody out of the blue, like Qatar, let's say blue. Okay, I'm gonna give you 6 million now. Boom, 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 done. And take it, or if it's gonna be almost the same kind of price, the end of the day we are all human beings. It's gonna play to okay, who is my friend here? Okay, that's the way I see it.
It's gonna be whoever puts down the most money, but also who legally can pass through the UEFA and the Premier League's regulations of ownership. Like what we've just said with Qatar owning PSG and Man United. That's something that the Rain Group will look at and think, well, the people who are actually buying it, will that then pass through the Premier League and also UEFA? And if it doesn't, they won't select them as the preferred bidder. It's the same thing with Sir Jim. If he doesn't say, like, I'm going to give, like you said, give Nice to my son, or if I'm going to sell it, then he would not be claimed as the preferred bidder. It's even with Stephen Pagaluka, what you just said, where he potentially owns Atalanta in Italy. If that's the case, and those two clubs meet in Europe, then he's going to have to sell that, or he's going to have to give it to his son or daughter or whoever. And then suddenly you're back to square one where, well, we don't know where it's going. And this is why I believe, in my personal opinion anyway, I think it will go to the Middle East. I think it will go to some, you know, foreign consortium or foreign family in America, because the amount of money that's to be made in just the Premier League at this moment in time, it's too big of an opportunity not to buy Manchester United than it is to say invest. Because I don't see anybody who's going to invest $1 billion. Well, it's going to cost nearly $2 billion to do up Old Trafford if you want to build a new stadium. Nobody's going to give the Glazer family £2 billion just willy-nilly, £2 billion for 20% or 30% of the club, for them to retain the ownership, but then for them to continue making money. And then the people who's invested $2 billion ain't going to get a cent of it because they don't own the whole football club, or they don't own the majority share. But this is the thing. This is why I preferably don't want it to go to a family, because if it goes to a family, say like the Ricketts family, obviously they're not looking at buying it, but we'll use them as an example. If it went to them, you've not just got one person that you've got to deal with. You've got about 10, 15 kids or whatever, or cousin, brother, you know, uncle, auntie, wife. Like you've got all these different people then who have a stake or have a share. That's why I would rather it just go to one person. So if it went to the Emir of Qatar, so be it. It's one person. If it goes to Sir Jim Ratcliffe, then it goes to Sir Jim Ratcliffe. I want it to be to one person, like an individual. I don't want 6 or 7 different family members or different consortium bidders. I just want the one person who is. Then you can, if you like, solely blame or solely give credit to for if the club succeeds or if it crashes and burns. But like you said, at the end of the day, time will tell over where it's going to go. But I would have made the same assumption, same prediction. I just think that the market in America, you can make twice as much money in the Premier League then you can, with an NFL team, an NBA team, a baseball team, you can make twice as much money in the Premier League than you can with all the TV rights, the Champions League money nowadays. The Premier League is the Super League, effectively. So all of the money is in the Premier League to be made right now. And that's why I just think some Americans are going to look at that and think, you know what? Why not? Let's do it. Let's build them a new stadium. Let's build them a new training ground. Let's make it modern. Let's make it American. And at the end of the day, when they do that, just like with Todd Bowley's going to do with Chelsea, you will have a 70 capacity stadium. It will be like what you see with, the SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, for example, with the LA Rams. It's one of the biggest franchise NFL stadiums in the world and in America. That sort of project is what they will look at it from an American point of view and think, that's what we're going to go for. And I look at the way that the Tottenham Stadium was built. I look at how the Emirates was built, the Etihad was built. They're circular. They're Americanized sort of stadiums. It's circular. It's American. It's American, not American built, but it's the American model of a stadium. And that's why, such as when we saw the difference, you can see the difference from, say, the Spurs Stadium to the stadiums that you saw in Qatar. That's the different infrastructure. You can have a Qatar, which is more outside the box. They built a stadium out of shipping containers, for God's sake. That's thinking outside the box. Tottenham was built upon bricks and mortar. That was an American-modelled stadium. But at the end of the day, I don't really have a preference of ownership. So long as they wipe the debt, they're willing to invest in the football club. And then they're willing to invest in all areas of the club. Women, youth team and men's team, all of it. Invest in all of it.
That's what we fans, we want to see. So, Tom, before we leave, I'm going to ask you some questions here, some predictions for the games this weekend, starting tomorrow very early here in the US. West Ham against Chelsea Football Club. What is your prediction?
2-1 Chelsea.
2-1 Chelsea. All right. I'm going to note. I'm noting everything here. So tomorrow or the other day when you come here, I can give you a result. Fulham against Nottingham Forest.
I'll go Fulham 2 now.
Fulham against Nottingham Forest. Oh, 2-0 to Fulham. All right. Leicester City against Tottenham Hotspurs.
2-2.
2-2 between Leicester and Tottenham Hotspurs. All right. Arsenal against Brentford. Arsenal are the leader. They have to win. They are playing home.
I'd go 2-1 Arsenal. I think Brentford will score, but
2-1 to the almighty Arsenal. All right. Crystal Palace against Brighton.
Oh, I think Brighton will win 3-0.
Brighton are going to win 2-1, you said?
I said 3-0.
Oh, 3-0. Oh, the Eagles are playing home. Crystal Palace. But 3-0? Oh, wow.
I think 3-0. Yeah, I think they're flying at the moment, Brighton.
Okay, Southampton playing home tomorrow against Wolves. This is a relegation battle here. Southampton against Wolves. What is your prediction, Tom?
I'd go 1-0 Wolves.
1-0 Wolves winning away. Oh, wow.
I don't really see it. I think Southampton are going down, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
There's no transfer window to save them. There's no manager out there that can save them if they sack Nathan Jones. So I think I don't really see where they're going to pick up any form, if I'm honest.
Okay. Let's go now. Tomorrow. Still tomorrow. Bournemouth against Newcastle United. The last game of the day, I think. Bournemouth to win?
Yeah. No, I'd go Newcastle. I think Newcastle win probably 2-1.
2-1 to Newcastle United away at Bournemouth. Okay. Leeds United against the almighty Manchester United. Oh, no. Wait.
Yeah. No, it is.
That it is. Because I just watched like one game like yesterday. I don't know what day. I was like, what? Again? Oh, so this is in the league. The other one was in the in the
Oh, it was
FA
both
Cup,
of them
right?
in the league.
Huh?
No, both of them in the league. Both of them in the league.
Oh, both in the Premier League? I don't know, man. What am I smoking? I don't know. Oh, so it was delayed. Oh, so the game was postponed or something?
It was postponed because we had the second tie
Oh,
at
I
Old
see.
Trafford against Nottingham Forest for the Carabao Cup. So they had to rearrange it. That's why.
I have to stop smoking. I can't even remember this fixture.
This is what I mean though about my club. Listen, like people are complaining about when they're not picking up points or winning games or anything. But I look at my team and I think there's a genuine excuse and there's a genuine reason because we've played a game every 3 days for the past 3 months. Ever since, well, not 3 months. I think it's like ever since the resumption of the league after the World Cup. We've played a game every 3 days. And I just think it's completely crippled us. Like, we can't even pick a midfield. That's how bad this is. We are literally stuck with Fred, Sabitzer and Bruno because there is no other option. McTominay's out, Van der Beek's out, Eriksson, Casemiro suspended. Like, that is literally the midfield. There is nobody to come off the bench or anything. That is it. It picks itself at the end of the day.
Okay, so let's finish this day 23 probably. Yes. Match day 23 in the Premier League. Manchester City against Aston Villa. Tom, your opinion?
I think City.
Are you still there, Tom?
I'd probably. Yeah, I'm still here. I'd go City 3-1.
Give me a second. Okay. Yeah, I can hear you now. What did you say?
The 3-1 for Manchester City.
For Manchester City. For me, I will go this one with a draw 2-2 because City, they can pretend, they can say, oh, it's not affecting us, so we're good, but inside, they are burning at the moment. Yeah. Liverpool against Everton, the Merseyside derby.
Ooh.
Sean Dyche against Klopp.
Do you know what? I'm gonna go for a 0-0 draw.
A draw? 0-0? Okay.
0-0. I think 0-0. I just think I don't know. I think Sean Dyche he's getting a reaction out of Everton at the moment.
Yeah.
And Klopp can't get anything out of them players at all at the moment in time. So that's why I'd go for that.
Okay, that makes sense. So that's it. I'm gonna keep your score, and next time when you are in the channel, I can give you your result. We're not gonna talk about other things that's gonna happen on Monday is gonna be Arsenal and then Manchester City, stuff like that, but that is for another day. And oh my goodness, those games are just coming thick and fast. Yeah, we are going slowly and surely to the end of the season. Anyways, Tom, anything else you wanted to add before we leave?
No, that's pretty much it.
Thank you so much, my brother, for helping, and I'll see you probably tomorrow when I'm celebrating or when I'm crying here after the game. We don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm confident Chelsea can still do something tomorrow. Thank you so much, my brother.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Anyway.
Tom is gone. Do we have any comment here? Ryan is asking, what do you think about Ziyech? Ziyech, we should just give him an opportunity. Rotation. He's in the Champions League. He's gonna help us win the Champions League probably. Yeah, I rate him a lot. Everybody knows about it. Ziyech is my boy. But I wanted him to go to Paris, to be honest, because Chelsea don't give him a chance, so he need to go and find a chance somewhere else, right? But at the end, it didn't work out. So Hakim Ziyech is somebody that can help us until the end of the season, and let's wait and see what is going to happen. Grant, I wanted even to leave, but I saw somebody waiting in the room, so I'm gonna put you through. Grant, unmute yourself. Hello. Grant? Unmute yourself, please. We can't hear you because your microphone.
Hello.
Yeah. Now we can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. We can hear you now.
About tomorrow's games, I hope we win. I'm a Chelsea fan, you know. I hope we win, but honestly, I think it will be a draw because, you know, hello.
You have a lot of background noise, my friend. I can't hear you properly, but thank you for stopping by. Much appreciate your support. Thank you so much. All right, so what are we going to do now is to go on social and double check if we have some breaking news. By the way, I'm on Twitter and Instagram. I just started TikTok somewhere. You can follow me. I always follow people back. No ego, no nothing. We are all the same people. Let's follow each other. Let's grow the community. This is my page here, Green Turf. On Twitter, the same. On TikTok and also Instagram. Let's follow each other. And I always put some interesting stuff over there. You won't be disappointed. So the final actually of the World Cup, the Club World Cup, is gonna be Sunday, right? Not Saturday, Sunday, depend on your location. So yeah, Chelsea, we're still here, champions of the world for a few hours from now. And then it's going to be Real Madrid or somebody else winning the World Cup. So sad. We are not champions of the world anymore. We are not, my friend. We are not. Dr. Edu.
Hello, my brother.
Hello.
Good morning from here, Mr. Oaks.
Yes, sir. You are in the Emirates, right?
Yes, longest time.
Yeah, longest time. I'm here every single day, my brother. You even ran away. I was doing even the World Cup. Before even the World Cup was the last time that I got you in the channel. I was thinking you are from that region of the world. You might come here help with the shows, but you're just gone. Were you on vacation or something?
You always remind me to get back to work to avoid getting sacked.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah,
so
the time zone is crazy, man. Don't risk your job because of this. No. Do not do
this period we are massively busy. So most times I will just listen to your updates.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So today you home? Today you're not working? Oh.
It's not quite long. I came back from work, so I'm just relaxing. Then I'm listening to your podcast.
Yeah, so what do you think about the game tomorrow? Chelsea against West Ham United away at London Stadium.
Honestly, we have beautiful features for tomorrow's game, and the games are going to be nice. For Chelsea, we really need to win that match because we are supposed to win Fulham. And right now, we got all it takes to win the match. West Ham is not that up and doing right now. I know that
whenever derby, man.
Yeah, whenever they see Chelsea, they used to play as if they are Barcelona. But tomorrow, with the likes of Enzo, Modric, but
Felix.
one thing,
Joao
I'm happy that Felix is back. But one thing I would like Potter to change in tomorrow's match is I would like him to start Noni and Fafana.
Okay, yeah. I think Noni definitely deserve a shout. For me, and that is going to be very controversial, I will continue with Kai Havertz.
Yeah, I listened to your possible lineup. You mentioned Kai Havertz, that Kai Havertz should still start, but I think that guy Fofana should be given a time to a chance, at least that match, to do something.
Yeah,
He's
that is a
spacey,
good
he's
point.
strong.
He had a very good cameo, really, when he came on. He almost scored. Almost.
Yeah.
It wasn't his day, but imagine if he scored. Oh, my goodness. It was going to be crazy. The last minute, everything around me, I was going to break my computer, everything here in danger. But
yeah, he's got some nice movements in the 18-yard.
Yeah, I agree. He's a good guy.
Oh,
He want to prove himself. He want to fight for his place. I think he deserves a chance. I just think also that Kai Havertz might offer something more than that in terms of size, in terms of, and I'm against the people who always just wanna just like out now. Where you make one mistake, out. You know, out. No player is gonna be perfect. So sometimes you have to trust. You have to trust. But yeah, David Detro Fofana is a very good shout. Very, very good one.
But what do you think our midfield is gonna be like tomorrow?
Okay, so tomorrow midfield is gonna be Enzo Fernandez, of course. That is the first name that you throw there.
Yeah,
we have
that's right.
Dennis Zakaria is back in training, but I don't think he's fit yet. I don't want to risk anything. So I'm going to throw some names that people don't really like. And I'm going to throw Conor Gallagher because of his energy and his fight. Because in the team, you don't need only technical players and flicks and tricks and dribble. I think if he plays...
But last time against Fulham, we saw that Mount and Gallagher always leave Enzo at the in that midfield, and they will go up front, leaving the man alone to struggle with the ball.
Those were the instructions. They didn't do it themselves. You know, they didn't do it themselves. The coach telling you to leave your place and do this and that. That was part of the strategy. It just didn't work out. You know. Yeah, a player is not going to make so much movement by himself. He's going to listen to instructions. Those are the tactics during the game. You do this and that. And we saw even Mount drifting to the left. And people say that he was standing on Mikhailo's place. But those were instructions. Mikhailo actually was sick that day. And I don't know why the manager...
Potter wouldn't have played him.
Yeah. Yeah, if I agree. I don't want to play somebody who is sick, you know.
Because it will make people to look down on him like he underperformed or something like that. We have Chukwuemeka that can do that. We have Noni on the bench. We have rested the guy. But we'll see what happens tomorrow.
Mr. Miles, Mr. Gilly Miles.
Yes, Brother Oaks. How are you today?
We good. You change your name?
No. I didn't change my name.
Okay. Yeah, let's go.
Why? Why did you ask?
No, because I am confused.
No. I have a cousin who referred me to you, and he goes by the name Henry.
Yeah, that's why I say this is Henry. I was confused. Like, it sounds like it's somebody that I know, but it's not the name.
Yeah, we have similar voice, but we are not the same. He's a cousin there. So, yeah, we are up here in Canada. So, just want to say shout out to my brother Edu there and all those who are watching. And
yeah,
I heard about your channel.
Thank you
said,
so much.
Henry told me about it, and
thanks.
And I said, okay, let me.
Thanks. We have another channel like the Green. But you support Chelsea, right? Or what team?
Oh yeah, Chelsea.
All right.
Chelsea through and through. I'm even wearing a Chelsea tracksuit at work right now.
Okay.
in preparation for tomorrow.
What do you think about tomorrow? Score prediction.
I think we're gonna win it. I think we're gonna win. I think it's gonna be 1-0.
One only with all the quality that we have. That is gonna be a crime, my brother. That is a crime. I don't want to hear 1-0. Just go there, make a statement, right? punish them. 3 minimum. But yeah, I agree with you. It's a London derby.
I think they're going to play a lot of people
It's
at
a
the
London
back,
derby, and it could be
You have
very
Kurt Zuma
difficult
there.
for us.
Kurt Zuma will want to impress his
Emerson
former
Palmieri,
teammate and-
Kurt Zuma, people like that.
So it's not going to be an easy game.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to get through. Someone will score. I'm hoping it's Kai Havertz or Joao Felix, but I'm hoping we come out with the win.
Dr. Egdu, somebody's calling you?
No. Just my roommate entered the room. No problem.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't want to make you in trouble, so.
No, it's okay. I'm at home. I'm comfortable.
All right. So, Mr. Miles, what is your lineup for tomorrow?
Yeah.
Let's play the game. If somebody is watching on YouTube now, you can see the graphics that are put on the screen. You just can't see it from StreamYard, unless if you have another window. Open.
No, I don't have.
Yeah. So you're gonna just talk, and we're gonna try to.
Let me see. It's
Kepa Arrizabalaga in goal for sure, right?
He's going to be in goal.
Badiashile, Thiago Silva, or Koulibaly.
I think Badiashile and Silva, because they have such a good partnership and they've kept us clean sheets. So I'll go with them. I think on the right, I'm not sure about Reece James. I think I want to use Trevor Chalobah there.
The last game he was poor, Mr. Rice, Mr. James.
I might give him a second half. Okay,
so you start with Chalobah, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Start with Chalobah, and from the left hand side, are you gonna go with Chile, Cucurella, or Hall?
Oh my God! I don't want to see Cucurella. I think Cucurella also needs a mental break, a little bit of mental break. I think he's dealing with some stuff, so he should rest. Yeah. I'll go with Hall or Chile. But Chile is just coming back from injury, so Hall should be the best person.
Okay, so Lewis Hall. Let's go to your midfield three. First of all, Enzo Fernandez for sure. If you bench him, I got my gun here and I'm flying to Canada right now. Enzo Fernandez first.
Enzo
if you leave him out, I got my gun here. I'm flying to Canada, and we're gonna have a talk. All right.
I think I would use Enzo at the front this time.
Okay, this time you don't want to make him sit, so he's gonna be in an advanced position, right?
Yes, I think Loftus-Cheek can sit at the back. He's ready now, right? Someone who is physical.
Gallagher or Ruben, one of them, because I don't want to risk somebody like a Zakaria.
Exactly.
Also, Kovacic is coming from an injury, so probably give him a few minutes at the end to try to prepare them for next week Champions League.
That's true.
So Enzo, Loftus-Cheek, and what is your third person to be probably in the number 8 or number 10 position there? Anybody?
I think I want to use Chukwuemeka.
Chuku, okay. Let me put Chuku in the midfield. All right, so your front three.
Okay. Front three, I'll use Havertz.
Kai Havertz.
I'll use Havertz for the first half. Only
Havertz for the first place for the
yes,
first
and then
half
on the left
hand side.
I think I'll go with Felix there, and then I'll go with Madueke down on the right.
So you don't play Modric? No Modric.
Modric, I think he was sick, right?
Yeah,
so
he
I
was
don't know.
sick the last time, but yeah, I'm not trying to influence you here. I'm just listening to what you're saying. So.
Well, Felix has a lot to prove now, so I want him to take that energy into the pitch first. Yeah.
Okay, so let me remind people what you just said. Kepa Abragadabra in goal. Back four, we have Hall, we have Badiashile, we have Thiago Silva, Trevor Chalobah.
Yeah.
Midfield, we have Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and we have Chukwuemeka and Enzo Fernandez. In front, we have Madueke, Kai Havertz, and Joao Felix.
Yes.
And with all this quality, you're telling me we're going to only score 1 goal. Who's going to score it?
I think Havertz might miss about 4 chances, and then 1 will go into the net finally.
So Havertz with a goal, 3 points in the pocket, people. Clean sheet for Kepa Arrizabalaga. That is the most important.
We should start slowly. I don't mind 1 goal. 1 goal is fine.
1 goal,
it's a
and
win.
then we go. 3 points.
Yeah, we build up.
The most important.
From there.
Dr. Egdu. Dr. Egdu,
Yes,
are you ready to give us your starting 11?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Without compromise. I have my starting 11 that I would like Mr. Potter to assemble tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Definitely Kepa in goal. Then I really want Chilwell to start.
Okay, Ben Chilwell instead of Lewis Hall. Let's see, where is
Yeah,
Chilwell?
Ben Chilwell, Badiashile, Thiago Silva, and Reece James.
Okay, so no Chalobah. For you, it's going to be Reece James.
No,
Okay.
Chalobah should wait. Then in the midfield, definitely Mr. Enzo, the engine, the maestro.
Yeah. And
Then I would like also to see Ruben play with him and Mount.
Ruben and Mount. Okay.
Ruben, Mount, and Enzo.
Okay. Ruben, Mount.
Then
and
I would
Enzo.
like, I would like to see Modric.
Modric from the left-hand side. Okay.
Madueke and Felix. Havertz should sit down on the
Felix
bench.
should be playing in front there in the middle. So
In
Kai
front.
Havertz need to stay and learn. Okay.
For me, because Kai Havertz is good, but he's not consistent. And you can see that last time, only Felix changed the entire team.
Yeah.
If not for that red card, we would have won that match.
Yeah, I'm sure. We were back in we were back in business. We scored.
And
I think.
If Kai Havertz should sit on the bench for one time and see other person play, I think he's going to learn and also improve.
Okay. All right. So that is your opinion.
I agree. I agree to see Felix in front. That's true.
Do you? So what is your score prediction?
Well, definitely it's going to be a clean sheet as well. And we're beating West Ham 3-0 to Nathan. 3-0.
3-0. Okay.
Yeah.
Who's gonna score?
Felix.
Felix 1 goal and
Modric. And Mount.
Mason Mount. People are gonna kill you even for mentioning Mason Mount here. Watch out, man. People are waiting for you outside. They don't like Mount.
One thing about Mount is that he does it, just that something, I was telling some people today that something affected Mount. What affected him was the period the former manager used to play him out of position. Those things used to affect those players. If you play Mount in his normal position, be sure of all those outside shots.
Yeah.
By the time he plays 2 or 3 outside shots and he has accuracy, one might convert.
Yeah, man, I can't wait to see Enzo Fernandez from nowhere, from our own half and bam, top corner, top bin. I'm waiting for those kind of golazos, from nowhere, and that's the kind of goals that I am waiting for. Okay, Jamal.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. How is school?
Is it Jamal Musiala?
Yeah, that is Jamal Musiala from the academy.
Oh, we're gonna buy you back. We're gonna buy you back.
We're gonna buy you from Bayern Munich. We let you go for free, and now we're gonna buy you. Yeah, Jamal, how is going, brother?
It's doing good.
Good. Do you have any breaking news for us, or anything you wanna discuss, or you wanna jump quickly to your starting 11?
There's
Whatever
one
you
thing
wanna
I saw on
choose.
Twitter.
Huh?
There's one thing I saw on Twitter that Conor Gallagher expected to be in the pivot alongside with Enzo Fernandez,
Okay.
which is
So
bad.
no mount, Mr. Dr. Edu, no mount. So what is your lineup for tomorrow? Jamal.
So I'll go with Kepa in goal,
Mm-hmm.
obviously, and the back four is going to be Chilwell,
Mm-hmm.
Badiashile, Thiago Silva, and Reece James. Chilwell's an iffy one. I think most likely Cucurella's going to start, but this is like my dream starting lineup for against West Ham.
Okay.
Then the double pivot, Enzo Fernandez
Mm.
and Chukwuemeka. I want to see Chukwuemeka play more. He's so composed and he's a great talent. I know he'll be good in the future. And if we want him to grow and be have more experience, we need him to play like these type of games.
Yeah. So Chukwuemeka and Enzo Fernandez are in your pivot. That's what you said, right?
Yes.
All right. So let's go for other positions then.
So I can Joao Felix. I think Mount has to be dropped.
Okay.
Then the wings, Madueke and Mudryk. It's going to be very exciting to see both of them play together.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to see how direct we're going to be now. We're going to be more forward. We're going more forward now.
Attack.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
No more sideways passing.
No more sideways passing. Yeah.
Then striker. I feel like the only reason why I'm starting Kai Havertz is because I want to see the link up between Joao Felix and Kai Havertz. I've seen in training videos
exactly.
They're getting close. They're getting close, and I need to see that link up. We haven't seen that at Chelsea in so long, like that Drogba and Lampard type.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like
Kai
that could be Joao Felix and Havertz.
I even put him in my match preview, and I got a lot of sticks. But yeah, I feel like Datro actually had a cameo, but starting a game is completely different story. Okay.
Yeah.
I think we should give this guy Harvard a little bit of chance again. All right, so let me remind people. Yeah, I see everybody that is in the studio. I will take you right now. I wanted to leave, but you just gave me more energy because I get my energy from people. So be patient. I'll be with you right now. Kepa, Mr. Kepa Abragadabra in goal. Chilwell, Badiashile, Thiago Silva, Reece James, pivot of Enzo Fernandez and Chukwuemeka, and from that cam position / number 8, number 10, whatever you want to call it, Mr. Joao Felix. And front three is going to be Mikhailo Mudryk from the left-hand side. In the middle, we have Kai Havertz and Madueke. What is your score prediction from your own lineup, Mr. Mohamed Jamal?
I'll be optimistic. I'll go 3-1 Chelsea. I just see a lot of goals.
3-1, yeah, that is my score too. I predicted 3-1. So me and you tomorrow, if we don't get it right, we're gonna be cooked here. All right, let me say hi to other brothers here, Mr. Let's Go Manchester United, and there my other brother from another mother, Mr. Tokiro, in the building. Okay, let's go.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Go.
Good afternoon, sir. Everybody here, good afternoon. It's Friday. Let's all wake up and give some energy to Uggs. Mm-hmm. My score prediction as a very pessimist fan of Chelsea, I'm going to say 3-1 for West Ham. 3-1 for West Ham. Yes. I think they have a good Drogba Lampard-like duo on the other side. I don't know about Chelsea. Dreams are meant to be shattered. Sorry, brother. Now, I hope. What time do you guys play tomorrow?
You don't even know the team that we are playing against? But
no, what time do you play?
Oh, 7:30 Eastern.
Okay, so
I'm in the central time. I'm in the central. I told you that I'm not home, right? So I'm in the central time, actually, which is like 2 hours less than the Eastern time. So I have to wake up like at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Jesus.
Yeah, 3 o'clock tomorrow. Be there, and we're gonna watch the game together. So
what time is it over here?
7:30 Eastern for you.
Okay, people. He will be live at 7 in the morning. Please tune in. 7 Eastern. People, 7 Eastern. Just giving you a quick plug, you know?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Okay, we're going to come back to you and see if the Glazers are going to sell the club. Mr. Tokito, talk to us, brother.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. I think for my lineup, Kappa and goal. Because, and then left back, no, actually, left back, I think Hall.
Hall instead
then,
of Chile. Okay.
Yeah. And then the two centre backs, Badashil and Thiago Silva.
Okay.
And right back, Reece James.
Okay.
And then the two CMs, I think Conor Gallagher and Enzo Fernandez. And then
Conor Gallagher and Enzo Fernandez. All right.
And the cam, I think Joao Felix.
Joao Felix,
and
yes.
Right mid, Modueke, and the left mid, Mudryk.
Okay.
And then the striker, Havertz. And I think it's
Havertz, who's going to be? Datro or Havertz? Who?
Havertz.
Havertz, all right.
And I think the score would be 1-0 to Chelsea.
1-0 to Chelsea. Who's going to score?
Yes. Probably, I think... I think either between Mudryk and Badiashile, because I feel like Badiashile is going to score a corner for some reason, but one of those two.
Mudryk or Badiashile, yeah. Badiashile also, he's quiet in the defense doing his business, but the guy is so good. He's really good, really, really good. Dr. Edu, you wanted to say something? I think that you wanted to say goodbye or something. You are tired. Go sleep, bro. Yeah.
All right, I want to do something.
Yeah, say it. He's from the Emirates, from Dubai, people. Yeah, go.
I realized that Sterling had a knock in training.
Again, my brother, again.
To injury. Is it not high time we get rid of all our injury-prone players? And also, Christian Pulisic, I think they're discussing his move away from Stamford Bridge. What do you think about it?
Yeah, Sterling, I can't really call him injury prone because this was like the first time since he joined Chelsea, so let's wait and see. He's going to stay. Who's going to pay him 350k a week right now? So we have to wait to be patient. But yeah, definitely Christian Pulisic. We need to sell him next summer, or he need to sign a contract and accept to sit on the bench. And he's not going to sit on the bench. He's going to make sure that he plays a lot of football. And the World Cup is coming to America and all that. He needs to be stable somewhere where people can trust him. You know, Chelsea don't trust him, but I'll be happy if he leaves. And
okay, before I say goodbye,
yeah.
What do you think about Mount demanding 300k per week?
I don't believe that he's demanding. I think those are speculations so people can get on him. Nobody really knows. Right now, we're offering people salary based on performances. If you perform better, you get bonuses. I don't think 300 is what he's demanding, but people are trying to make those stories so they say, you see, you don't deserve it. But listen, Raheem Sterling is on 350, Koulibaly on 300, Lukaku on 350, and Mount, if he demand that money, I think you can also make a case on that. I don't think he deserves that kind of money, but let's not complain too much about his money. Because when we sign players from other countries, we all want, break the bank, pay whatever it takes. But when it comes to those kids from the academy, Mount is like on 65k a week or something ridiculous like that. Kai Havertz is basically on 270. So we won the Champions League together. We are working in the same company, doing the same job. I think I'm going to knock your door and ask more money. But I don't believe that he's asking for 300. Those are people making up numbers so they can get on him. That's it.
If Mount is on 65k, that means it's very poor, honestly speaking.
Yes, that is the money that he signed under Frank Lampard, the first contract. Remember, Remember that? But
Yeah,
well,
yeah, yeah.
man, listen, we are doing the same job. Even if I'm flop or whatever you think of me, I think Mount deserve good money. I don't think he deserves 300, but 300 being pushed by people out there because they know they're gonna get reaction. Social media is about get reaction, and they know that many people hate Mount, so that topic is gonna cause a lot of debate, and that's what people are looking for. Engagement on social media is for money, but Mount deserves money, more money, but probably that is just too much for him.
All right, it's all
Thank
right.
you.
All is well. Okay, at this point, I will say good night. I need to get some sleep before I go
Yeah,
to work
get
this
some
morning.
sleep, man, and go to work. Make some money, man. Make money. All right. Mason Mount is not asking that money. I don't believe that. Okay, let me. Anybody wanted to say something? Jump.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
I have a completely off-topic question. You were asking them the scores, right?
Yeah, score prediction.
So, what about we do? Well, you do this like for more interaction. I don't know if this is a good idea for you. Like the people that just told us the scores, right? Obviously, everything's recorded. Whoever guesses the score right, maybe they could get like a shout out on the next video for the rest of the week. You get me?
Yeah, create some kind of competition here. But yeah, I got you. There are some websites that you can put people's score and you know but I have to figure out how to pull it like on the screen so it can be transparent for everybody to see, so we can just double check like live, double checking your score and all that. But yeah, good idea. It just takes time for me to create graphics and try to create something out of nowhere. But yeah, definitely, probably I'll be working on it tonight actually to see what I can
I think
do.
it's cool. You know what I mean? Like
So,
these guys.
so we're getting point, yeah. So a point
more people
system.
can call in.
And yeah, not even a shout. I'm gonna give people like my shirt. I have a collection of shirts. If I show you my museum of shirt here, you're gonna be like, what? So
I mean, that'd be insane if you do like something now halfway the season.
Yeah.
Like everybody, you get a point, you get it right, and then whoever has the most points at the end of the season
got like
congrats.
a collector shirt that costs like $500 or something. Yeah, we have to start
Jeez.
doing those stuff so we can get more engagement. Very good
Yeah.
point. Very, very good point.
Thank you.
Let's see. Aubameyang. Yeah, somebody wanted to say something? Mr. Miles or somebody?
Yeah, I just want to make another ridiculous comment here, because the next World Cup is coming to North America, and I think it will stay here. I think Canada will be a surprise, so I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, you noisy neighbor. You know, like we don't like you. You noisy neighbors. You beat us one time and you celebrate like if you won the World Cup or something.
Yeah, I'm rooting for us to take it. So
I
we
just
don't care.
yeah.
We're gonna use our cold conditions, whatever cold conditions we can do. We'll just paralyze other players and we'll take the World Cup.
Yeah, that is going to be something, right? The final is gonna be played here, so we it's gonna stay home. But yeah, in 4 years from now, let's just pray like Alphonso Davies don't get injured or something. He's gonna be 26 or something. He's gonna be more mature.
Yes.
Yeah, the team, Canada team, is gonna grow by that time. They're gonna reach their peak.
Exactly.
And with there is another guy, Abdul. I don't know, the guy that went to the World Cup.
David.
No.
It's Jonathan David of Leo.
Yeah, I know him. There is another guy that they took to the World Cup.
Defender.
I forgot. I never even knew him before, but I was impressed. I'm gonna have to do my homework, but
Yeah, but I mean, if you really look at it, Canada did awful. My God, did they do awful in this World Cup?
Well, they came with a very high spirit and with high expectations, which I think was unrealistic for a first time playing over since 1986. It wasn't realistic. But they had these high hopes and this
Davis even missed a penalty, bro.
that just backfired on them.
Again, come back with that high spirit and please do it all over again, please. USA is taking it, brother.
So we're gonna go back to the drawing board, and hopefully in 4 years we can do something better. Yeah.
Just qualifying was something very important.
Yes, it was. It was everywhere for the first time. Seeing people interested in soccer, like it was crazy, and so we're looking forward to that. Yeah. I also just wanted to add that I read somewhere that Aubameyang is gonna snap. He's gonna snap LAFC to stay at Chelsea and fight for his place. So it's gonna be war in their attack now.
Yeah, he thinks that he can still play in a very top level in Europe. So you can't blame him for having ambitions. But it's gonna be tough for Graham Potter, huh? To try to fit them together. I think Aubameyang can still score goals with the midfield that we have now, and Felix and the other boys supplying. I think he can do something,
Exactly, because if he doesn't, then Gilbert and Oka will make him do it.
Yeah. So yeah, that guy is like a no nonsense manager. Don't wanna repeat certain things here, but he's a no nonsense coach. Like if you don't do good, he's gonna get rid of you. And attitude is everything. Hard work. So yeah, Gilbert Inoka is a guy that Todd Bowley signed from New Zealand. Yeah. New Zealand coach, one of the coaches, by the way. He was in charge of like mental training, like how to set up your mind right for the game and how to win and all that. They won 2 World Cup. So that is not a small thing. So he's going to be in the staff, working with players one-on-one or in group. Give them some mentality, because sometimes you see people like we score a goal and all the head dropped. Back in the day, it used to be we concede a goal. What did I say? So when we concede a goal, you used to see like John Terry say, yeah, it's okay, we're going to go back and all that. We can concede in the 80th minute in the Champions League final, and we still score. Did they drop a header? So we need those kind of mentality in the team. So I agree with you. All right, Mr. Jamal, do you have anything you want to bring on the table, brother?
Let me check.
Okay, let's go to the studio and check if we have some breaking news now to discuss before we leave. People, we're going to close the show in about 5 to 10 minutes from now. So if you have a...
come on.
I've been here for 3 hours. Where were you?
What?
I've been here a very long time. I have to go.
God. Everybody,
I have to go because
please.
tomorrow we have another show. Tomorrow we're gonna have like 4 or 5 hours. It's Chelsea game. I have to start earlier, like the pre-game show and all that. So I have to make sure that I save my voice and I sleep a lot.
Damn
because it's gonna be 3 o'clock. Wake up.
You guys are hearing this? You guys need to at least hit the like button, please.
Yeah, exactly. I've just set up a notification for this channel, and I think I discovered Soccer. So I just set a notification for all his channels, just so something comes up, and then it pops up on my phone, and then I can say, okay, it's time to call also. Yeah.
Okay, so
you guys have to hit the like button. Come on.
Like this show before we leave, 5 to 10 minutes depending. Thiago Silva, according to Mr. Fabrizio Romano, Chelsea have now reached full verbal agreement. It's not signed yet. He can still change his mind, but verbal agreement between Chelsea and Thiago Silva. Mr. Tokiro, what do you think about Thiago Silva? Good idea or bad?
I think we should just. I kind of think we don't need him. I mean, we need him, but the thing is, like, he's very old, and I feel like in the middle of the season, he's just gonna have a bunch of injuries, and then I don't think we'll be able to play that much. And most of our centre backs are injured too, so I say we just sell him for like 14 million, and then we give Fofana when he comes back from injury, I think, or is he still? I don't know, but I think we should give him more time because he's young, and I think.
Yeah, but you need transition. Age is just a number. Sometimes he plays better than those young people in the team.
Because they have experience.
Plays better than Cucurella.
Cucurella, what's going on with Cucurella, man? I don't know. Every time I watch him, like he was gonna be good 5 minutes, and the next 10 minutes he drops his, and then it's just like up and down all the time.
I think
he's too worried about his hair.
His mentality isn't straight.
Yeah. And I even heard that he's having some family issue, like a personal issue. Even today in the press conference, one of the journalists asked Graham Potter what's going on with his life now. And he said that he's getting better. You know, he's a human being like all of us. So, yeah, probably we should be feeling more sympathy than criticizing, you know, because he's going through some personal issues. So yeah, that is the way it is. Jamal, do you agree with Tuchel about Thiago Silva?
No. He doesn't play like he's old. He plays like he's still in his prime, and I think it's great that we gave him a new contract because I still think we need him. Without him in this defense, I don't know. I think like Koolbal will drag Badiashile down, and then he'll be erratic. Like Thiago Silva is the only like calm one with Badiashile. Everyone else is just erratic. I think this will probably be his last contract. Probably when it expires, he's probably gonna retire because he'll be like 40. So I don't think he'll stay that long.
Yeah, I heard that he might go back to his childhood club in Brazil to play at least for one more season before he comes back as a coach or something. I think he's gonna be a very good coach one day.
Me too. Yeah, he was like giving advice to the women's team, like.
Yeah. He went to watch even the women training. So he's a top man, very top man.
That's one thing that I agree with what my brother Mushiro was talking about is that he's getting old. I know when you're getting old, it only takes one injury. One injury can result to a series of injuries. So we should start preparing someone to take up that role because you never know. We shouldn't relax and say, "Oh, he's doing great." Let him just keep playing. So we should be preparing.
I think this is what we're doing, right? Because we have a 21 years old Badiashile, and then we have a 20 years old coming next summer, Levi Colwill, to learn at least for one season from the master himself, Thiago Silva. I think we should be fine in the next few years. We lost Christensen, and we have other players. I think, completely agree here. So,
and what do you guys think of Victor Osimhen for striker?
Osimhen, who wanna start?
There's a song I have in my mind.
I'll say that. Osimhen, he definitely I think he will do good in Chelsea if he comes, and because we really need a number 9. But I think that since we have a bunch of players and they can play striker too, I think we'll have some like chemistry off, but it might work. I don't know.
Okay, so he's very confident about Osimhen to Chelsea. Jamal, what do you think about Victor Osimhen, the killer, the gunman himself?
I think it'll be a good signing.
Yeah. You have some echoes though, Mr. Mohammed. Get some echoes. All right, so let's go here. Mr. Let's Go United. Empty your pocket and say goodbye to people.
I think, what's his name? Osimhen?
Yeah, Osimhen. Victor Osimhen.
I think he's going to be the next Lukaku. And I think Chelsea are definitely going to purchase him. Are there any rumor talks as far as Sterling next season? Like, what's going on with this guy?
He's injured again.
Oh,
Yeah.
are you guys selling him though? I've never heard a player get injured, get sold when he's injured.
Well,
Are you guys gonna sell him or what? Like,
no, we don't know. We can't really even judge him because before the World Cup, he was sick. He didn't play for a few games before the World Cup. Probably he was saving himself. He didn't want to get injured. And then after the World Cup, he got injured. So
Jeez,
I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't really judge him when he's not fully fit. So
Well, I mean, 300K. Jeez.
more than that, 350.
Oh my God. Right. So, yo, these people have so much money to be doing this, huh?
So yeah, the brother is cool, but
You're paying so much money to someone who's not even performing. That's amazing. But I guess 7 in the morning, everyone, Eastern time. Uggs will be
7:30, yeah, Eastern.
live.
Yeah.
The least you guys could do is this guy, he blood, sweat, and tears. He sacrifices his time with his family to be here. So please just hit a like. That's all. That's all he's asking for.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, guys.
Thank
you,
you
sir.
so much, and see you tomorrow if you have time because it's gonna be very early in the morning. Okay, Mr. Miles, anything else you wanna say and say goodbye so you can relax and join me tomorrow before the game and watch the game? I don't know. Are you gonna be walking tomorrow?
Yeah, a quick 4-hour shift, but I'm gonna have my not too early, but I'll be on for a few minutes, then I'll leave.
Okay, no problem, no
Yeah.
problem, bro.
Yeah, but I just want to say about Osimhen. Well, I want Osimhen in the summer, right? I want that guy. In fact, I even have a.
It's gonna
I even
be
have a
difficult.
little.
It's gonna be very expensive though,
I
because
have-
people know
I
that
have
we
a song
just
for that.
spent 120 million on a midfielder, Victor Osimhen. I think the starting price is gonna be about 200 million.
I have a song. I have a rhyme. I have a rhyme for that. And it's Boli break the bank and take the ban. Break the bank and take the ban.
Take the ban. Okay. I see.
Yeah. They should
Break
break
the
it.
bank and take the ban.
Yes.
We are
break
ready
the bank
for.
and take the ban.
We are ready for another ban as long as we get what we want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Thank you again for
Thank you, my brother.
for
See
bringing
you
this up,
tomorrow.
and,
God
thank
bless.
you,
Thank
brother
you.
Mushiro, and see you tomorrow.
See you. All right. Mokito, my brother, if
and-
you have something to say,
Yes.
any breaking news or any comment, let's go.
I have something to say that I am a Tottenham fan. Yeah, I've always been.
Yeah.
And Chelsea, for Chelsea, I feel for some reason I want to change my score and I want to say 2-1 to Chelsea.
2-1 to Chelsea. So you change yours.
Yes,
yours.
because I realized that West Ham, their attackers are pretty good, but they lack in defense.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, me, I said 3-1 because I don't see us really keeping a clean sheet. But yeah. Brother,
Yeah,
don't worry.
because-
This is your channel. This channel is for every fan. If you want us to talk about Tottenham and Conte, how is Conte? Is he back in training? Antonio
yeah,
Conte. He
I'm
had a
pretty sure he's back
surgery,
in-
right?
Yeah, he had a surgery, but I think he's back in training. But I don't think it does. I don't think it does that much. I'm pretty sure his assistant manager does more, like to just do him, and he's just sitting there watching.
I think they're gonna play against what team?
Leicester City.
Yeah, Leicester City. That is gonna be a big game.
Yes, I think we can beat them because they're not in form as much as they used to be. So, and we have been.
Is
we
the
beat
game
Man City, but-
away or in London?
Yeah, we're away.
Away.
We're against Leicester away in their stadium, but I think we have more form than that because we beat Man City and I think they lost their last game. I'm pretty sure. And yeah, so
Leicester are awful right now. They are
yes,
awful.
they're awful. They're very bad. Yes.
All right, my brother. So come back tomorrow, and yeah, we We always this is not a Chelsea channel. This is a football channel for everybody around the world. Don't be afraid. Nobody's gonna abuse you or anything. We love football and we love fans from every single team. Thank you so much for helping us always. Bye. Mr. Mokito is gone and I am gone too. Next time you can call us because the channel is for you, not for me. No breaking news, nothing really. Let me double check from Fabricio, you never know. Thiago Silva, Emi Martinez, and talking about Araujo, Julian Araujo. And Ancelotti apparently is going to Brazil, but he denied it. He denied Ancelotti to Brazil. So yeah, people, let's follow each other. This is my page here on social media, Green Turf. You can check me on TikTok now. I'm trying to make some videos over there. Just join TikTok. I don't have even any followers over there, but I see a lot of people are watching my videos, which is strange, which is really strange. Like, I just joined TikTok, put some videos. Some of the videos that I have, like 1,000 people like watched it, and then I'm gonna have like 20 likes or something like that. I don't even know really how to use it because I've been avoiding TikTok, but it looks like you have just to join many kind of platform, social media, because that's the world. That's a part of what we have in the world right now. So I just joined TikTok, Green Turf, just the way you see on the screen. You go there, you're gonna find some funny videos that I try to make there. And let's follow each other. Let's grow the community. So thank you for everybody, Jamal, Tokiro, and other brothers. Even if you are from another team, we love you here. This is your own channel. Arsenal for Life also was here giving me hard time. We have Mr. Messi's brother. He supports like 1,000 teams the same time. So yeah, bring it on, man. Bring it on. We have to discuss football here. We don't care about your color. The color of your team doesn't matter here. Channel for the people. If you want to watch more videos about Chelsea, you go on Green Turf. Green Turf over there is, most of the time, is Chelsea videos. But this one is global fans. This channel is for the fans. All right, people, I will see you tomorrow morning. I'm going to have to try to catch some snippets. Oh, still a lot of time to go to bed, but you know what I mean? Today, I will try to force sleep a little earlier so I can be up and do the show early in the morning for the game between Chelsea Football Club and West Ham away at London Stadium. God bless you, people, and I'll see you next time.